Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Welcome to Dawah, African Dawah Revival. This is the episode 6 of our Dawah series, okay? Now, today we're going to discuss the language. Remember, this language we're going to discuss is so similar that what they're actually talking about is so different, but it's so similar. So the word we're going to be discussing today is Homoousios and Homoiousios. Okay, so just this difference, just a you and I. Okay, look, this is just the difference here, but they have different meaning. One means same usia. Remember, okay, I'll just write it here. So let's just get into it without further ado. So remember, we have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, okay? Now, we said there are three persons, but one being. That one being, that is what we are going to discuss. So, there are three persons, okay? One being. This one being is what is Usia. So, we have three hypostases. I told you, three hypostases. This is the Greek. And one Usia. Okay? This Usia is what we are discussing. So, you see Usia, Ousios, Oisios. Okay? Now, okay, so the same Homoousios. This is the language that was used in Nicaea. Okay, so what is Nicaea? Maybe you've never heard this before. So Nicaea, that was the council, the first council, the Council of Nicaea. You hear them talk about this a lot. The Council of Nicaea, that was the first declaration of the doctrine of the Trinity, and it was against this language. So some people were saying Homoousios. That's the meaning of this, the one being here. The one being here. Some are saying it means they have similar essence, similar substance, similar nature. And then the church came and they said Homoousios, that you cannot say Homoousios. You cannot say they are similar. You have to say they are same. Okay. So in the Council of Nicaea in 325, okay, this is when it happened. 325, Council of Nicaea. They declared that, see, you have to say Homoousios. You cannot say Homoiousios. Okay? Now, the people that are saying Homoiousios, these are also Trinitarians. They also believe this. They believe in Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit as three hypostases. But the definition of this one Usia, the one being, that's where they deviated. I see. They cannot be the same essence. And they have a reason why they did that. Okay? Why? Let me just give you one. You see, to say that they are same Usia, this language was already used before. This Homoousios that the church later used, it was already used by the modalists. Remember them? That's why I showed you in episode 5 all the heresies. And if you learned all those heresies, you know who the modalists are. The modalism. So they are called the modalists. The modalists, they believe, see, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they are just the same. Let me take a picture, guys. Okay. Now, they believe the Father is the Son, and the Son is the Holy Spirit. These are the modalists. They believe there's just one person there. So they were using this language of Homoousios. And a council already happened before 325, where someone already classed saying this language, Homoousios, as wrong, that you cannot say this. Because it's the modalists. The modalists, they believe the Father is the Son is the Holy Spirit. And the church rejected that. But they were using this language. They were comfortable with this language. So why is it that in Nicaea, the church used this language? Why? Because these other guys, the Trinitarians, this Arian and his group, they don't like this language. Because this language has meaning like this. If you say they have the same Usia, it's just like saying they are the same. Okay? Because what do you mean they have the same Usia? Okay? You can say they are similar, but can you say they have the same? Remember when we talk about universals and particular? These guys are saying similar means a universal. They have a similar universal essence. But if you say they are same essence, that means it's like particular essence. So it's either they are the same, they are one person, or they are sharing that nature such that none of them is fully God. So this is why the Arians rejected this. Okay? But this is the church position after Nicaea. Okay, in 325. and then they cemented their position in another council, Constantinople. So these are just know these ones. In Constantinople, I think in 380, okay, in 380. So these are the two councils. You should know this, okay. The Council of Nicaea. This is where they first use this. They use this language as to kick out the Arians, okay. And after that, in Constantinople, they cemented it and brought in the Holy Spirit. So in Nicaea, they didn't even talk about the Holy Spirit like that. They were just worried about kicking out the Arians. So in the Constantinople part, that's where they formulated the entire thing. Now, the problem is, I've already shown you some of the problems with this. Do they have the same ousia, or they have similar ousia? When I say ousia, this is the being. Remember, the one being is what we are defining here. This is where the confusion is always there. Okay, people want to know what is the meaning of they have the same being. What is the meaning of Homoousios? What does it mean? Huh? Now that you are using this language, the modalists, by the way, they were happy. The modalists, the ones that believe the Father is the Son and the Son is the Holy Spirit, they were happy with this language. Like, yeah, use it. That's what we believe in. We told you. But the other guys, they will not agree to this language because they know this is the consequence. Or either this is the consequence, or the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit become lesser gods than the entire thing. So they had to stay on their position and they were kicked out. And the church took this position and just left it like that. So after that council, a lot of people that even signed. So you have people that signed this because in the council you have to sign or you'll be kicked out. The emperor is there. Remember when I say Constantinople, Constantine, the emperor. If you don't agree to this council, because the emperor was there, they will kick you out. And in fact, just to tell you, to give you another information, this Homoousios language, it wasn't used by the modalists, the first people. The modalists were not the first people to use this language. The Hermetic language, the Hermetic religion, which is the what's it called? The Egyptian religion. Those guys that worship Hermes, okay? They also believe in this Homoousios. They already use this language, but them, they meant it in a material sense, in a materialistic sense. So this language is not something new. It's not the Christians that first use this language. In fact, if you check some of their graves, you will find this same term, Homoousios, on it. Okay, so this language of Homoousios, I'm trying to look for something here, guys, to show you that, see, this language is just, where is it? Anyway, just know that if you just search it, just look for the history of this Homoousios, so you can also have much more broader language that idea about it. But the point is, we are going to explore that. Does it make sense to say they have the same ousia? Okay, if you say they have similar ousia, let me show you guys. Let me just show you why. All of them, all they are doing is just, to me, it's the same thing. Whether you say it's similar or you say it's the same, it still doesn't give you monotheism. Do you not see? Monotheism is only the modalists that can have monotheism, because they believe the Father is the Son and the Son is the Holy Spirit. They are not different persons. There's only one person there. This is a modalist. Only them can escape this. The other guys, they have said they have similar. If you say they are similar, you are talking about three gods right there. Boom. Three gods. And if you say they have the same ousia, you need to explain what you mean. When you start telling us what you mean, we'll know if you also have three gods or you have partialism. Okay, remember partialism. So that is what you need to know about this language, okay, of the council. So I've already shown you that. I hope you can watch this again and get all the points. And yeah, we'll move on to the next one. So this is episode 6. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.